Welcome to another AriasWave update. This video is based on a short trade idea that I have at the moment. Whenever I see a setup, I basically call it a short trade idea. Anything other than that is basically just analysis and idea sharing. So just be aware of that if you are following any of these videos. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just basically using the AriasWave methodology to explain my thinking behind certain moves that occur in the markets. Now, in this particular case, we're looking at a gold scenario where we're in a downtrend, and judging by the pattern that I'm seeing unfolding, to me, it sort of indicates that we're in a what I call a type 1 weak wave E. And the reason being is because wave 3, if this was to be a wave 3, like say for example this was like a 1, a 2, a 3, this particular what would be considered a wave 3 is weaker and shorter than the first move down. So I don't think that that's actually a wave 3 anymore. What I'm thinking is that this is just a wave 1 zigzag, right? And then we have basically a correction here, which is all this right here up until this point. Okay, that's why I got the white line there. So in that particular case, we're looking at what's happened since then is a 5-wave move down. Now this one is a type 2 weak 5-wave move, and the reason is because waves 4 and 2 kind of overlap a little. So I'll just go down to that area. Now, basically what I mean by that is that you have your wave 1. Just change these colors around. Okay, you have your wave 1. Whoops. Everything starts to move when I mess around with these things. And probably got to send that to the back. Okay, fantastic. Right. Goodness me. Sorry, 1 second. Just getting a few. Okay. Anyway, so we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. Okay, now this is basically a leading pattern, right? It's the beginning of a move. So basically what that means is the whole thing is like a wave 1, right? So if I was to just get rid of all these for a moment, right? Basically what I'm trying to say is that's a wave 1. Okay. Now being a wave 1, we're looking for basically a pullback, and that pullback has come back to at least 0.618 in the shape of a zigzag, which in my opinion is a wave A. Whatever we see from here should turn down lower and not go above that wave 1 started. So around 1834, right? So yeah, from here on out, I expect this to move lower. And where are we going to target? That's probably the question you would be asking. Now, it's not very easy to determine exactly how far this will drop. However, I would assume that because it's a wave 3. Now, don't get that mixed up with what's actually going to be a wave 3, right? So wave 3 would come down to some point around, who knows, around there somewhere in the shape of obviously a zigzag, right? So what I'd expect to see is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move. So we'd be kind of like targeting the lower end of the channel, right? So risk reward could be potentially around 8 to 9, right? But you'd want to be counting the waves as you progress through this process, right? So At this point in time, it looks like it's the best time to enter because we've had that pullback. We've seen 5 waves. We've had what appears to be the end of wave 2, and now we're looking for, a zigzag down, right? So something that could potentially look like this, or it could bounce even higher than that, right? It could potentially bounce like this for wave 3. So there's potentially like 2 opportunities to go short here, right? So one would be when this thing moves down in this particular move, and then once it bounces back up, then you'd be able to short that, because we know that in a zigzag you can't go below the start of basically the wave A, right? The first part of the zigzag. So obviously that's a work in progress. We're not going to go too much into that right now, but this is the general idea of what I'm seeing. Now, obviously this could be wrong. That's why you need to use proper money management and understand that these things carry risks. And whenever you see a setup like this, it's just important to try and understand the pattern itself. In my case, it's based on the AriasWave methodology, so therefore I see it as an opportunity. Now, you can learn AriasWave. I do teach it. You can check out those details on my profile. But at this point in time, your entry would be right basically around now at market. Short position. Stop would be at around 1834, and the target is not quite. We're not going to set a price just yet. I would imagine it'd be around the 15. Around maybe 1500 area. Okay, at this point in time, that's all I can say. Okay, so I'll keep you updated on how that progresses and whether or not it turns out to be, incorrect, or if there's anything else that develops in the meantime. But that's the general idea. So just to keep this one short, that's my view. This is part of a larger pattern which is unfolding. It's basically, this is an E wave we're in. So the D wave ended in August last year, and we're looking for basically an E wave. However, there's no telling how low this will fall. There's no particular rules. It's just about watching the pattern and seeing it unfold and trading it accordingly. Each individual zigzag can be traded individually in stages. So there's quite a few stages of trades that can be made during this time. So basically, in a nutshell, that's it. So hopefully you found this video interesting and informative. Thank you for watching.